out with your thoughts on the really good basketball game tonight.
Well, getting my first look at the stat sheet, Travis told me we out-rebounded before the game, which I think is a minor miracle. And I joked and said we did rebounding drills at halftime. Of course, that's not the case. We just have kids with a lot of heart. Congratulations to Glenville on a very good year. You know, they were, I want to say, were they picked fourth in preseason, maybe? Does anybody remember?
Our coach said 8th.
Well, they were picked eighth. Okay, and they finished fourth. So, I mean, that's pretty darn good, guys. You know, nobody, I guess, I know I didn't pick eighth. I don't underestimate Glenville ever. But to be picked eighth and finish fourth is pretty phenomenal. And Cookie does a fantastic job of coaching those kids. We all coach our kids the way that we think is best for our kids. And people can tell me the pros and cons about playing their style, but they commit to their style and they're very, very good at it. So congratulations to them on a fine season. I'm awfully proud of our kids. You know, we hit a wall at 15-4 with some injury situations, and you know, I think we lost 5 in a row. And we could have folded at that point, at any point in there. And we were in those games, and 2 or 3 of them we probably should have, could have won. And but we didn't, and we lost 5 in a row. And then since then, I think we won at 5 out of 6. And honestly, I give all the credit to our players and the amount of heart that they show. I told them in the locker room afterwards that on all of those timeouts in the fourth quarter, when I looked in their eyes, I saw a team that was going to win the game. And I had, honestly, I can tell you now, I had no doubt we were going to win the game, just by what I saw in their eyes. So just extremely proud of them.
Glenville went 7 minutes without a field goal and 8.5 minutes without, or 7 minutes without a point, 8.5 minutes without a field goal. Key in that stretch for you guys?
Well, I think the defenses that we use now, some teams have more difficulty with one than the other. You know, so we stuck with one of them for quite a while, and it became, it was extremely effective. And sometimes as a coach, when that begins to happen, quite honestly, there's not much you can do about it. Because the game is flowing and everybody's pumped up, and here's this one defense and we can't seem to score, and there's not a lot of adjustments you can make at that moment. Your kids have to make plays. And I just thought that we made more plays defensively than they made offensively during that stretch, that's all. And they missed some good look shots too.
Amanda, there was one point in game 65-64, down 1, in less than 5 minutes you scored 8 straight points to give your team the lead, up 7, and never lost them after that. What are some keys to that for you?
I just felt comfortable, and I definitely know that we never thought that we were going to lose at any point. I feel like it came out that we wanted it more tonight, and I mean, it was a team effort, offensively, defensively. The stats, there's several people, you know, that scored double digits, and then there are double-digit assists, rebounds, but it was just ultimately just a team effort and a desire to win.
You've really bounced back strong here the last couple games for this team. And finished strong. That's a credit to you, because you started out so well and really picked it back up here with your team. Great.
I agree. I know I didn't play well for a stretch of 4 or 5 games there, and I just kind of felt out of element, out of sync, and I'm glad to be back to normal now, I guess.
Emily?
I'm sorry. You hit 5 3-pointers, I think, in the first half.
Yeah.
And then were you getting a little fatigued when you guys playing 6 people?
No, I wasn't really ever tired. They just didn't go in. I mean, they just didn't go in. I don't know.
We told her not to shoot in the second half. She made too many. We didn't think that was fair.
Well, you shot a couple or few in the second half, and then Gab got an open look, and she hit the only 3 that you didn't have for the game. Was that by design?
No, they were kind of shading my side, so she had wide open shots and she made it. So it was just, she was open, I guess.
How Joe, you found your role lately on this team too? Become a really good rebounder, scoring when you have to. Tonight you did it again, double digits. You really finished strong here during the season. How about your mindset of going in there and getting some boards tonight at key times, limiting them to one chance?
Well, like you said, I finally realized what my role is on the team, and at critical times, it's my job to get in there and get the rebounds and, kick it out to the players that are open, so we can get rolling and get some more points on the board.
Feel good for you girls to be going to the semis finally?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What'd you say, final?
I haven't been there.
We won it in 08, 010, and 13, so.
Yeah, but none of these girls have been to the semifinals.
I'll throw Rich.
I haven't.
I would like to point out that on the stat sheet, our record is wrong. We're not 19-11, we're 20-10. Okay, I don't know what Glenville's, if that's right either, but and I'll tell you what, when this team gets 20 wins after what we've been through beating adversity, we're pretty damn proud of it, so we want to make sure everybody knows it's right.
How tough was it, Kelly, especially when, obviously you get a lot of minutes and everybody, top 6 people get a lot of minutes, injuries, everything else. At any point, I don't want to make this sound corny, but how do you guys maintain the resolve you do when the game's in that situation of pressing? You don't have a chance to breathe, but you still can't make mistakes.
I really think it just comes down to which one of us wants it more. Because tonight we wanted it really bad. That came with showing that we weren't tired, that we didn't get tired. So it's a mental thing, I think.
I know you have a hard time remembering when you were 20, but when kids are 20,
Wasn't that long ago?
when I tell them all the time, you're 20 years old, you don't get tired. It just doesn't happen.
Well, I guess the point is that you don't get tired, but the other team, Glenville, which is running in 10 players, should not get not tired anymore.
And then conversely, though, players don't get in rhythm.
True.
If I played a minute and a half and then was taken out, I'd feel like I had no rhythm. I'm not criticizing their style.
They
Their
work
style
pretty
is-
well for Bunky.
Well, and their style, well, it's worked pretty well for Cookie too. So
Yeah.
the style is really difficult to play against. I'm just telling you, me personally, if I played a minute or two and then came out, and I knew that was going to happen every time, I would have a real difficult time getting in rhythm. And so now if somebody's changing defenses on us every possession, I don't know when I'd get in rhythm. So I think that it's got both sides of it. There's both sides. So.
It seemed like they tried extra hard in the second half to really pressure you guys, maybe anticipating they would get that big 6, 8, 10 nothing
That
run.
run, and you could tell too, couldn't you? Like they got a steal, I think. We got trapped in one of the corners, and they got a steal, a turnover, went out of bounds, whatever.
Mhm.
And you could tell that they were trying to rise up, but then our girls we made a play. Players have to make plays, and the stat that just amazes me is that we had 19 turnovers and they had 21. And I think that, we always say when we play against this style, if the turnover differential is 10 or less, we have a great chance to win. So if we had 27 and they had 17, we have a great chance to win. So if it's 21 and we had 19, you've got a very good chance to win against that style, we think. That's what we try.
I need to know, why did Amanda run back the locker room and put her earrings in? You guys didn't follow.
Superstitious.
I'm just
At this point in time, you
I'm
just
just
gotta.
curious, that's all.
And I'd also like to say, usually in the very beginning, I thank you guys for covering this, and I forgot to do that. It means a great deal to us, our program, to all the women's basketball. It's, 22-11, and you guys are sitting here doing your job, and that's pretty darn cool. Because a lot of people could have covered this game tonight and chose not to. So the fact that you're here speaks volumes for you, and I know our girls really appreciate it. We talk about these kinds of things all the time. So thank you all very much for doing that. I know. They'll tell you that too if you ask them. They'll tell you that.
They have to tell us that.
They won't tell you.
I don't think there's anywhere else to go but up, from that side. Have we got anything else?
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Ladies.